You could have done what I'd done, but you ain't know what I'm on. In the track tryna double it up.
I think by now you guys know what to expect already. This one is the Albanian blood code is what makes them extremely dangerous. John Elite. Run it up. 7 minutes little podcast.
I have this pretty accurate, in my opinion, theory that it was actually the Albanian nation that brought the vendetta, the blood feud, to the Sicilians. From my understanding, Shakespeare even wrote about this.
Yeah, it was in the 1400s, yeah.
Okay.
I'm familiar with the history.
So I know you do, but I want them to understand kind of where we're at. So the Albanians,
he's on the left,
even to
right?
this day, even though technically, you know, countries have formed governments and laws, the unwritten rule, which was written, because it's a written book, they can go buy it in the Bronx, is the Code of Lek Tukajini, also known as the Kanun. In English, if we translate that, the blood code. This is actually the law that Albanians for over, I don't know, almost
Wikipedia
1,000 years now, right? With 1200s, I think it first came out, or 1300s. I'm not sure. Actually, I have it here.
Only in 20th century.
Came out in the 15th centuries, like when it was actually like written, but it was unwritten for centuries before that.
Right.
So you're talking about for 600-700 years, our people operated by this code, the Kanun. And basically, in a nutshell, if someone kills a member of, even just a regular Albanian family, if they're regular, doesn't mean that they're mafia, doesn't mean they're a gangster, doesn't mean they're a criminal. What people don't understand why Albanians became known as a violent people is that if you killed someone in their family, the way it was inbred into their hearts, we're a people of revenge. We live for revenge.
They're going to kill
we
you
wait
back.
for revenge.
You gonna get it back.
And that's what makes even the most common Albanian. I don't know, if I'm saying something here that's not accurate, let me know. I know we're getting a little watered down. We're melted into the pots. I'm not a violent guy. I've never hurt anybody, never even hit anybody, never killed anybody in my life. But if somebody ever touched my family, I will go after their family. Because I believe in that. Especially if someone fucking, you know what I'm saying? But this has been inbred into our people for generation after generation. Now, in some cases, unfortunately, it's getting out of hand. People are getting caught in crossfire. There's all kinds of crazy shit going on. But you know of cities, you visited them. Whole cities and towns that are actually shut. They're fucking, all their windows are closed.
Blinds
because they're in blood feuds. And only the women can leave. And there's rules to the feud, right? Like you can't just leave the house.
Right.
Because the minute you walk out that door, it's open game.
Yeah.
The rules of the feud were no women, no children. So the women can go out, but good luck making a living if you're a woman at that time, right?
Right.
But the men, the minute they're outside, they're fair game.
Fair game.
Damn.
I did work with a friend of mine who made an independent film called Forgiveness of Blood. It's on, you can download it. It won the Berlin Bear for Best Script. It's based on a true story of two Albanian families that go at it. So where do I get this alleged theory in my mind that we brought this to the Sicilians? In my opinion, and you know better because you were around them more than I was, there's a starking similarity between us and them.
But the thing is, what I get with this as well, I think respectfully, in any family, not everyone is the same. More people are peaceful and stuff. But I guess this he's trying to say is inbred into them. So growing up, that's the way you've been taught from young. So your thought process when you get older is going to be, okay, cool, let's get revenge. But in some culture, this and that, you might learn to forgive. Depends on what the situation is, innit? But most commonly, if that's supposed to happen to someone's family, regardless of what nationality you're gonna want to get revenge in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean?
Things
but not everyone.
The blood feud is one of them. That really, I think, ties us to them. But we know when we pull up the history of the Arbresh people, that's for those of you that don't know what that is, it's spelled Arbereshe. The Arbresh are the Albanians that left Albania after the Ottoman Empire conquered us. The Italians gave us land. We didn't take the land. They gave it to us as a gift. Some estimates say almost as half of our people left at that time. There are still villages in Sicily, Calabria. These are the most mafioso areas of Italy.
Right.
Where the Albanians still exist and speak Albanian from that time that we don't even understand them. One of the most famous families from there is the Belushi bloodline.
Right.
That's a fact. And I had Father Antonio Belushi stay at my home for months. Not Antonio, was it Antonio? Yeah. Father Belushi from over Calabria came and stayed at my house. Gentlemen. So here it is up on Wikipedia. Anybody that's watching can pull it up. This is the history of the Arbresh. So we went there as friends. We didn't come as conquerors because we saved them. St. George Castrioti, whose statue is in the middle of Rome.
Scandal.
Piazza de Albanese is what it's called in Rome. You can see his statue in the heart of. Why is his statue there? If we didn't do something for them. So they gave us the land. And when we came in friendship, we unfortunately brought some of our dark habits with us. And my true theory is through osmosis, the Sicilian.
It's mad how it doesn't have to be a long type of video, you know, because you can learn. It's mad how much stuff you learn in the space of how long this video is. It's very to the point. I like that.
Right.
We came as the people that stood against the Ottoman Empire, the only ones that were able to hold them off for 50 years with guerrilla warfare. 50? And that was like the weakest person in the world fighting, right? These guys were like the most advanced army on earth.
Like
Spartans, well, I think that's what makes me stubborn in my beliefs, because
it's our greatest strength and weakness.
Well, it is, and I tell my kids, I don't need 1,000 guys standing with me for me to believe in what I believe in and me to follow my rules, which I've done through my lifetime now. And I think that I look at guys that can't stand or need to be in groups and don't stand with me as cowards. So I have a look of different people when they take the weaker way out and go with the group. And I try to teach my kids not to be that way.
Do you think my theory is crazy?
No, I agree with you.
Kind of makes sense, right? I had this epiphany with it. I'm studying the history.
Yeah. Well, you know the history, and you're hitting it spot on, honestly. And people that
we were doing the blood feud for thousands of years. It's not a great thing to be. It's nothing to be proud of.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. But
it's very violent, you know. But it made sense. You know why it made sense? Because you thought twice before you killed somebody.
Yeah.
Because when you killed someone, you're bringing your whole fucking, not just your family, your whole entire clan.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because we're a tribal people.
Right.
Yeah, but nowadays
you brought the whole clan into a feud.
Yeah. Okay.
So you had to really think: is it worth it? Because it's going to keep going back and forth, and either it's one side gets wiped out,
and
or someone forgives the blood.
Yeah.
So that is my only stark warning to anyone that listens. Regardless of where these people live, if they're true Albanians, they still live by this code. If you hit them, they will hit you back with everything they have, even if they're not criminals.
Well, I think that things have changed in the, obviously
it has changed.
And, we're at 2020 now, and some of the things I'm hearing, I'm not happy about. Obviously, things that are going on within our culture in Albania. Most recently, this last year, with killings of women and children, and some of this, the men, and I'm talking about the real men that got involved in the wars, whether it was Kosovo and Serbia, or men that, live by a code of ethics that are important to our families. And I think that more men need to stand up against the men that are doing this against women. I really am disappointed in some of these crimes and some of the suffering of families through jealousy or things against cultures within our own culture. So hopefully that'll change. And maybe I started talking to people advocating against some of the stuff that's going on, and I'm hoping politically some of this, there's stronger laws against this.
Yeah, facts. I'm not agreeing with killing women and children and innocent people. To be honest, I don't really. I'm not into the supporting of violence and stuff like that. I watch these videos purely of just understanding a bit more of your country, your culture, stuff like that, background. Just simple 1, 2, 3. Nothing to promote violence. Not involved with violence. I'm not trying to portray that on this channel, yeah. But yeah, if you like small videos like this, just keep recommending them down in the comment section and I'll react to them. It's been your boy. It's been your homie. Peace.